Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And today I would like to share the tips to learn Mandarin for beginner. This video is talking about how to learn Mandarin for beginner. Chinese has a lot of group. For example, Mandarin, Hakka, Hokkien, and a lot. Yes, a lot. But I am fluent in Mandarin. For those who are new to my channel, I'm Ash and subscribe my channel. Yes, learning a new language is a very huge advantage to you, especially Chinese, because when you apply your job, Chinese is like a bonus. When you are with your community, it will make a bigger impression to you because you know how to speak Chinese fluently. For those who haven't known me yet, when I was 5 years old, I go to the Chinese kindergarten school, and I continue my primary school into the Chinese primary school until I was year 6. So I was surrounded by Chinese people, Chinese classmates, and from there I learned Chinese, how I can speak Chinese right now because of I attend Chinese school. And when I was in secondary school, I stopped learn Chinese. Saya belajar Cina bawah tu kalau mendengar. Last time I learned Chinese 7 years ago. Right now, I still learn Chinese by myself. And now I will share tips for the beginner. Yeah, for beginner, everything is from bottom. Yeah, from bottom. 你好，我是 Ashrani, and 现在我在做 video about how to learn 怎样你会讲华语 for beginner. My first tip is focus with Pinyin first, not the tone. As you know that Chinese has 4 tones: first tone, second, third, and fourth. Like for example, 是是是是是是是是. Although we have to pronounce the tone correctly, because different tones have different meaning. For example, 4 in Chinese is 是, right? The 4th tone. But if you pronounce it in the second tone, 是是 is. But for beginner, you have to memorize the pinyin first without knowing the tone. If you directly memorize the tone and the pinyin at the same time, you will totally forget what you have learned. But how you want to deliver the message correctly? You can use your hand instead. For example, 是是是. People will directly know that is 4, and you're not talking about. So after you remember how to pronounce it, after you remember the pinyin, S-I, 是, barulah you can learn the tone. 是是是是是是是是是. So the second tip is learn how to speak Chinese. You need to start speaking Chinese now, or else when do you want to improve your Chinese? Just learn and memorize are not enough. Not enough. You just learn and memorize is not enough for you. Apa orang cakap? Action speaks louder than words. You have to learn how to speak Chinese in front of the native Chinese speaker. Yes, some of them will laugh, but all of them will help to correct your Chinese. It will help your pinyin, your pronunciation, your tone. But trust me, this works a lot, because when I was in school, I always speak Chinese to them and they always correct me if I was wrong. And then look at me now. 不会讲华语了，因为他们每天我跟他们讲华语，然后他们就帮我的拼音，我的第几话，我 tone in Chinese. Recently at my high school and my university, a lot of my friends speak Chinese with me, and I love to see their improvement. My friend Michael, Michael, who used to have the zero knowledge about Chinese, but now is a fluent Chinese speaker. Yes, he can speak Chinese fluently now. I was so proud of him because we love to speak Chinese when we are meet together, when we're playing game, when we to hang out together, and also membawang, we speak Chinese.
他不知道，我没有扛嘞，我没有 pistol。
Apa bijak in Chinese? Apa laptop in Chinese? Apa telepon in Chinese? Apa makcik in Chinese? Construct a sentence so that he can, communicate with me. 你知道吗? From there, 你知道吗 is do you know? 你知道吗 do you know? When you always speak in Chinese, you will used to it. And inshallah, and you will be a Chinese speaker. My third tip is watch Chinese drama or listen to the Chinese song. It's like killing two birds in one stone. You enjoy the drama and also you also can learn Chinese. You have to turn on the English subtitle below and matching the Chinese words and English translation 我爱你 and the translation say I love you and from there you memorize 我爱你 is I love you. When you always keep repeating the same process, keep repeating refer to translation, characters say 我爱你 you don't have to refer translation again, but you directly tahu 我爱你 is I love you. I love you. 我爱你. Listen to the Chinese song also help you to learn Chinese. For example, you refer the translation in the Google, or you turn on the caption on the music video in YouTube. This applies to me when I listen to a K-pop song, I always refer to the translation below and I always keep matching the Korean word and the English translation. For example, I remember 태양, sun, like 우주소년송 태양처럼, like a sun, 태양, sun. But somehow, some Chinese, Japanese and Korean word is likely the same. For example, sun in Chinese is 太阳, in Korean is 태양, in Japanese is 태용. If you want to read Chinese book, you have to learn from the basic first. Like, boleh beli buku tadika, buku kanak-kanak. You have to learn from the basic first. From the simple sentence, barulah you can go to the complex one. I realized that a lot of people learn a language by buying a novel. Each word you have to translate, put the meaning at the above that. Is quite time consuming. You know your standard, you know your level. If you are a beginner, go buy a buku tadika one. The simple word, the simple sentence from there also can help you, okay? And now I would like to invite my friend to giving her speech. I know, not speech. Her tips for beginner because because she also a beginner for the Chinese speaker. 3 to 4 months ago, she started to learn Chinese and now she is fluent to speak Chinese for beginner. And also, subscribe to her YouTube channel too. Subscribe to her channel. Hi Marylyn.
Hi Ash， 好久不见，最近怎么样？
我很好，你会讲华语了哦。
我可以说朋友一点点。
Good. You post about your Chinese result, right?
Yeah, my Mandarin.
And then you get A, isn't it? All
I
A.
passed it.
Yes.
There's actually marks, and yeah, I scored something. I forget the score, but yeah, I passed.
Wow, congratulations! 你很好了哦，你很好。
很好 Still learning.
So, what motivates you to learn Chinese at the beginning?
I actually was, thinking about my future career because I feel like my future career is going to have, a connection with many people. And since Chinese people is the majority ethnic in Malaysia, so I feel like learning a Mandarin language is a must for me so that I can talk to many people and makes the communication easier in daily life. And then I was actually inspired by you, to be very honest, because when I saw your manifesto, right,
Yeah,
during
GPT one.
your election for president, okay, you did mention about introducing the third language to your
Yes.
to students in Unimas. So I feel like that's a very strong manifesto because I feel like when you have another language, it's like adding values to yourself, and it's like a very strong suit to promote yourself. Isn't it interesting to approach a candidate, and then when you ask what is your special skill, and then you say, oh, I know how to speak 4 languages, for example.
Oh, and then people, whoa.
and then they will feel very impressed, and then they will immediately choose you as president or something like that. So yeah, that's what motivates me speaking Mandarin. Okay, what tips I can give to all of you? I only have few tips, to be very honest. Okay, so first of all, okay, 对不起啊，对不起 is it? 我的韩语不很好啊。Alright, but I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. So, 教我好拼音. That means master your Pinyin. So, what is Pinyin? Pinyin is actually a global system that is widely used to help the non-native speaker to speak Mandarin. There are rules and regulations when it comes to Pinyin, and there's actually a table provided for you. Okay, for example, right, when you approach a word, okay, that starts with QI, for example, 星期一, okay, but in that sentence, they spell it out as QI. If I don't master Pinyin, I would just pronounce it as ki, and it's wrong because the way you should pronounce the word with initial Q is it sounds like CH, chi. So 星期一, so stuff like that. So you need to master your Pinyin first when it comes to Mandarin. And then second, after mastering your Pinyin, you need to practice it every day. 每天练习. Alright, practice it every day. So how did you practice it? So you can practice it with your friends, you can practice it with your teachers, you can practice it with any native speakers that you know. Alright? By practicing with your friends, native speakers or teachers, you can actually correct your pronunciation and you can improve your Mandarin. So yeah, that's what I did. I joined a class. Okay, this is a way for me to promote my tuition class. Okay, I joined because since it's holiday and since 我没有男朋友, alright, so I have a very a lot of spare time. So I'm very bored. So I joined Mandarin class. And then there's an online tuition class which is called Pasem Mandarin. Okay, it's approved by UMCCED, University Malaya Continuation. I do not know the long name, but it's being approved by University Malaya, and there's a package for beginner, and once you master the beginner, they will actually ask you. Okay, they will actually ask you to join HSK1, which is a very international Mandarin test. HSK1. There are a lot of HSK. HSK1 till HSK6, if I'm not mistaken. But HSK1 is actually for the beginner. So once you complete the beginner package, they will encourage you to join HSK1 so that you have a international certificate, especially when it comes to promoting your certi job and etc. Alright, so practice every day with your friends, teachers, and many native speakers. And the third one would be 连续教句. Okay, practice simple sentence making. Practice making simple sentence. All right. Okay. For example, okay, you want to say, I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. 我每天早上7点起床. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. And then you say, after I wake up, I take bath. So you can say like 起床好，我洗澡. I take bath. Mandi. And then you want to say that during the spare time, I love to watch Netflix. I like to watch Netflix. So you can say 有空的时候 okay, 我喜欢看王菲
Oh, wow, okay. Yes.
Netflix. Okay, so practice simple sentence making will actually help you to memorize the words in Chinese. You don't have to make a very complex sentence, just like what I did just now. I did a very simple sentence. I translate it to Mandarin. I asked the teachers if this is the correct way for me to structure the sentence, and then I practice it every day. Practice using the language every single day. And the last one, we keep talking about practice. Of course, it always comes to the basic. As an old saying goes, practice makes perfect. So my last tip is that 每天练习 okay, 大声地说出来. You need to speak Mandarin very loud. Okay, just like how I did. No matter, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Alright, mistakes are what make you perfect. Because from mistakes, you learn how to improve yourself. Because without making mistake, how do you know how to improve yourself in the first place? So yeah, you need to don't be ashamed of making mistakes and don't give up. Okay, 不要放弃. All right, 你可以的. Okay.
Yes, you are right, though.
All right.
Most of your tips is just like mine, and you said that learn from the simple, from the basic one first, right? Yeah, that's right. That's correct, though. Macam tak perlulah you learn Chinese terus pergi ke atas lah, no, right?
Because all of us starts from beginning. Even when before we try to run, we try to crawl, and then after crawling we walk, and after walk we jog, and then after jog we run, right? So it always starts from beginning. It is always starting from beginning. And then don't give a high expectation to yourself. That you can set your expectations, but don't set it too high, especially when it comes to learning new skills, because it's new skills, so you have to
step by step, right?
Step by step, and then you have to accept that it's okay to fail sometimes, So that's the tip.
Like the simple one is 我爱你, right? From there you can apply it like 我 what is I is love, me, you, and then you can apply it to the every sentence. You can like 我
every
macam saya makan 我 I 吃 from there you can memorize one by one, and then you can apply it to another sentence, and then
to other situation. Betul, I agree.
So that's all from me and Marylyn. Thank you, Marylyn. I hope that you are not giving up to learn Chinese, because every process needs a long journey to success. It's a very hard for you, but very meaningful to you. Bak kata pepatah Melayu, I guess, usaha sepahit empedu, usaha sepahit empedu. Let me check to Google first. Tiada kejayaan semanis madu kalau tiada usaha sepahit empedu. All the best, and if you want to learn Chinese with me, you can go to my social media, Asholos. I will put in the description down below, and maybe I would like to share I think the basic Chinese on my Instagram or my Twitter. Thank you and goodbye.